Well, new numbers out today from CMHC says that the apartment vacancy rate across the country has hit a high we haven't seen in years. Let's go live to CTV's Kamil with more on what these numbers from the CMHC say. Kamil.
Hey, Jamie. Yes, good news for renters coming out in CHMC's annual report released earlier this morning. And really what it says is that vacancy for rental units is on the rise across the country, now up to 3.1% in 2025. That is up from the 2.2% in 2024. So if you are a renter and are looking to rent a unit, it looks like for the most part, you will have a little bit more power, or have had a little bit more power throughout the year today in terms of leveraging your the amount you pay for rent and where you want to rent an apartment, because vacancy is on the rise, which means landlords and owners have less flexibility in terms of who they rent units to. Now, why is vacancy on the rise? You can see here, these are the purpose-built rental vacancy rates across the country. So I want to draw your attention to the left of the screen here. 3% is the vacancy rate in Toronto, and that is the highest we've seen during the pandemic. So the last time we saw anywhere close to that number in terms of the amount of vacancy and vacant rental units in Toronto was during the pandemic. You're seeing vacancy rates across the country here, but I want to draw your attention to Vancouver, 3.7%. The reason I'm bringing that up is because that number, that vacancy rate, hasn't been that high since 1988. So we're talking about nearly 40 years where we haven't seen a vacancy rate of that nature. Now, the reason we're seeing vacancy rates across the country rise is because we're seeing a lot of new construction taking place the last couple of years, so an increase in supply. And then also we're seeing immigration policy changes, which means fewer international students, and then also rising youth unemployment. So that has reduced the number of renters as well. What you're seeing here on your screen is the average two-bedroom rent that got released this morning across the country. In the GTA, you would pay just over $2,000 on average for a purpose-built rental unit that is 2 bedrooms, Jamie. So just giving you a snapshot of how things are shifting. Once again, the bottom line, vacancy rates across the country, including the GTA, are on the rise with the average 2-bedroom unit going for just about $2,000.
That's CTV's Kamil. Thank you.